I am here at my Laura golf course with these two beautiful ladies who run the pro shop and the restaurant. And they came up to me the other day and said, we have a few frustrations, but mostly because we want to educate the beginner golfer or people that come to our golf course because they don't know a lot of the golf etiquette. So this is going to be the top 3 pain points / etiquette that we're going to go through for literally everyone, not only the beginner golfer, but we're going to start with top 3 annoyances from the pro shop. Let's get started. Okay, so over here I have Julia and Lauren. So this is year 1 for Lauren at the pro shop. And Julia, you've been here a couple years?
Oh yeah, 2 years now.
2 years. Okay, so we have a full list of things we wrote down that we need to discuss, but we're going to break it down to 3 major points: time management, tee time, and payment. So let's start with time management. In my head, time management is huge. I always talk about it because we need to make sure people understand that what time they're supposed to be here in their brain is very different than how golf actually works. Julia, hit me with one of your stories.
Okay, for me, this happens all the time where a group will come in like maybe 5 minutes before their tee time, and they think that's enough time, and they don't have their shoes, they left their clubs in their car, they're coming into the pro shop separately, paying separately, they realize at the last second, oh, I also need a beer, hold on, can we do another transaction? And it happens all the time, it drives me crazy. We need more time. Our tee times are 9 minutes apart, so you need to get out there.
That's good to know. Their tee times over here, specifically in my Laura, and most golf courses are between 9 to 10 minutes apart. So it's quite fast moving. So you showing up at the pro shop counter 5 minutes before your tee time, you're already way late. Let's pretend like you're 15 minutes already late. So that's kind of how they're dealing with your anxiety. Okay, hit me with the next one. Another story.
Another one that we get is there's a lot of people that love to just chit chat right in front of the lineup, and unfortunately we love to hear your stories. I know you love to hear our stories, but you need to just move along because again, it's slowing down everyone's process. This is a domino effect.
Okay, so for me, what you need to remember is if your tee time is 11 a.m., you need to be at the golf course no later than 10:30, which is half an hour. What that requires is take your clubs out of your car, take your wallet with you, walk to the pro shop, and then once you're here, take the money, get the balls, get the beer, just like stop for a second before you walk in and just think, okay, I forgot my glove, I didn't bring water, and I don't have golf balls, so I need to ask for all of those things in my one transaction when I show up. And also if you're playing with friends or playing with a client, figure out who's paying before you walk in and cause more confusion for them at the pro shop. They will love you, they will serve you with a big smile, but they just want efficiency, time management efficiency. So if you are the person who shows up 5 minutes before a job interview, which just tells me what kind of person you are when you show up to a golf course, because you'll show up exactly when you're supposed to be hitting off the first tee and you're just like 30 minutes late at that point. So time management, let's move right into tee time. So again, let's use the example of 11 a.m. is your tee time, which means the first person in the group should already have their driver tee nice and high with the ball and the driver already there at 10:59, and at 11, that first person is striking the golf ball for your tee time, which was 11 a.m.
My biggest concern is that you are listening to pro shop staff when it comes to the tee time. So please use our discretion. We know whether you're going to hit the green or not. We are well aware of how far things are moving along. So please, if we tell you to hit the ball and to tee off at this time, do so. It keeps everyone moving.
Okay, so listen to staff, which would be, you would think very normal, but I guess they don't listen to staff. So have respect for the people that work at the golf course is huge. A couple of other things that you need to be mindful for at tee time is you should be around the first tee at least 10 minutes before your tee time. So around 10:45, if I'm still putting, I'll probably stop, pick my balls up, put them in my bag or in my golf cart, and I'll make my way towards the first tee and then just hang. If there's a starter there, I might chit chat with the starter really quick, and they'll be like, oh, it's moving really fast today, it's moving really slow. If I'm brand new to a golf course, I'll ask the starter, oh, what's your signature hole? Or what should I look out for at this golf course? Kind of like building a relationship with the starter. They'll tell us, oh, you know, it's really slowed down today, it's slow, so be patient. They'll tell you information. So at an executive golf course, there might not always be somebody at your tee box, but at the pro shop, they will have a speaker or microphone or whatever, and they'll say, party of four, Shayain, Coach Shayain, party of four, you are now up. Like, everyone should be on the tee box by then. Correct?
Yes.
Is that good information to provide to them?
Absolutely.
And to think of a story also.
Go.
It's when people come and ask, oh, are we after this group when your tea time is in 20 minutes? Like, no, there's probably 2 groups in between. They're probably just grabbing their stuff. Like, oh, are we next? Are we next? And I've been calling the groups by name. I will call you as well. Just know your tea time. That's probably when you're teeing off, unless we're running behind, in which case we will let you know when you check in.
Good. Yeah.
And be aware of your surroundings. If you see that there's 3 groups at the tee box and they look like they're gonna be teeing off next, and you ask me, am I up next? No, the answer is no. The answer is most likely no. Be aware of your surroundings. You know? And that includes being on the course too. Be aware of who's behind you and who's in front of you.
Perfect. So that is tea time. Let's hit them with payments, the last and final one. I think I already hit one of them when I first mentioned, bring your wallet with you when you're coming to the pro shop. Don't go back and forth to your car. Bring everything from your car to the pro shop, so there's no going back and forth. That would be my first thing. My second thing that I kind of already mentioned was figure out who's paying. If you're a group of friends, are you paying for everybody? Is somebody else paying for everybody, or are you paying individually? That should be discussed before you enter the pro shop. Don't cause confusion in front of them. As I mentioned, they have a long line of people they have to serve, and they want to keep everyone happy and moving along. Do we have any payment stories that we want to share?
Yes. If it is not affecting your group, please do not ask us or worry about a circumstance that is not affecting your group, such as if you are asking about their junior rate and you don't have any juniors in your group and you don't consider bringing juniors to the course ever, please don't ask about that. That slows down everyone's day and everyone's process. Please only concern yourself with your group. If you have seniors, ask about our senior rate. If you have juniors, ask about junior rate. Do not concern yourself with other rates. It won't change it.
Great. Speaking about rates, I think previously when we had an 18-page paper on the things that were silly questions that are being asked, I think the biggest one is if you're calling, they mentioned phone etiquette, which I love. You should have proper phone etiquette. You should be going onto the interwebs and looking up My Laura Golf Course. They have all the information for all the pricing on their website, but sometimes you do want to talk to somebody. I love talking to people, so I will pick up a phone call and be like, hey, can I rent clubs? What does that cost if I don't see it on the website? I'm a beginner golfer. I'm just a little bit nervous, and just kind of asking a little bit of guidance in that sense. I think those kinds of questions are okay to ask.
Encourage for sure.
Yeah. And so if you're saying, oh, hey, I see a tea time opening on the internet, should I click go? Like, you should just book it. Don't even bother by calling the pro shop because they might not pick up because they're busy. So book it. But obviously, if you have any more detailed, very specific questions, if you're a person that has a disability, that needs a specific golf cart, that needs something specific, for sure call. They're not saying no to that. They're just saying don't call and ask, which I love. They told me, what does 9-hole cost? What does it cost with a golf cart? What does it cost with a push cart? What does 18 holes cost? Oh, with the golf cart? Oh, with the push cart? Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have a senior. So they have to look up each one of those things, as opposed to you could just go onto the website and look it all up. So be courteous with all things payment and questions. Anything we want to leave them with really quick? One more that's been bothering you?
I think the biggest thing for me is be aware you are not the only person at this golf course. We are trying to make sure everyone's having a good time. So just major awareness of your surroundings, because there are several groups going out before and after you that we have to cater to as well. And this means as well, do not ask on a busy Saturday at 2 p.m. if you can tee off alone. If you get the chance to, we will let you know. Most likely the answer is no.
And I think for me, the biggest thing would be just, if we've answered your question, which we're happy to do, like you can ask a simple question, that's totally fine.
Yes.
But please don't start asking us why and to explain, and then arguing and pushing. Like, if there's no cards after a certain time, there's probably a reason behind it. There's a policy.
And
So just accept our answer.
Just listen.
Just listen, accept
Just
our
listen,
answer,
yeah.
move on. It's
Listening gets you very far.
Yes, just being nice to us, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe I will give you a card at 5:02, even though the
How
card is
about
5.
that?
Yes, if you are nice to us, there's a good chance we will break a small rule for you. So.
Okay, the last one I will leave you guys with only because I've been here for let's say like 40 seconds and I've already seen both of them run and do insane things. The last one is, especially in British Columbia, I would say Canada and most of America, you're not allowed smoking inside, number one, and on the patio, especially when there's like 17,000 signs that say no smoking. Don't smoke. Don't try and see if anyone's around and take a little peek, because I just saw her sprint out there to tell somebody, sir, no smoking on the patio. So I guess time management, right? Tea time, payment.
Yes.
Just listen and obey to the rules, and they will have zero stress in their life.
And remain respectful.
Yeah, respectful. And every other pro shop person, I'm sure, is thanking us. If you work in a pro shop, in the comments below, let us know the most craziest question you have been asked, as well as if any of these resonate with you, or if you have a lot more to add to the list. I will try and create a list, and hopefully if anybody wants it, they can DM me on Instagram or in the comments, let me know, and I will be more than happy to send it over to your golf course. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and sharing. I hope this helps a lot of you out there. Be kind to one another. We can't wait to see you on the golf course and see you with happy smiles after 18 holes. We'll see you next time.